Welcome. It's Deborah Leanne, and time for a bit of authentic life. This radio podcast is my original thoughts and musings and brings to you news of what's going on for all of us as we are growing and evolving as entrepreneurs and women leaders. But also, it's a source of a place for me to model what it means to be an authentic leader. As the founder of Authentic Leadership Consulting and Academy, I have been on a journey for it's been a year exactly right now, of modeling what does authenticity, especially as a woman leader and a change agent, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What are the special, unique challenges that show up for us as we grow into being a more visible and authentic leader? Someone who really is aware of what is strong and brilliant and unique about her and her message and her work, and also aware of where she gets in her own way. And I think for so long I studied where I got in my own way so much that I tended to hide my strengths and brilliance. It was easier to look at where I was broken and what I needed to fix. And interestingly enough, we've been getting planetary and star and heaven and support from the whole universe as we grow deeper and wider and more expansive in our roles as leaders, in our roles as change agents, in our roles as showing up differently, modeling what it looks like for the next generation of women and men, what it is truly like to be powerful and feminine and leading with our own unique shine. And that's the best way I can describe it. The radiance that is our unique voice, our unique vision, our unique perspective, our unique passions and purpose. And when they all collide, it's almost like the eclipse season, when everything collides, our passion, our purpose, and our pleasure, what brings us the most joy, then we are really in our sweet spot. And that is what allows us to shine. Brilliant as a light that is palpable. People can feel our essence. They connect with us because there's a sense of wholeness and safety, and we are not needing and grabbing in terms of attention, but we just are, and that allows us to be magnetic, which allows the attention to come towards us. We don't have to go out and beat down doors and do the old type of sales tactics. Those days are gone. That's why authenticity in our marketing messages, in our elevator pitches, in our in all of our communications is so important, because we all have this very unique radar that is zeroed in on what feels true, what messages are coming through all the noise and the chaos that hit home, that resonate deeply within us. We know what that feels like. And there's a sense of when someone speaks from their truth and their heart and their deepest part of their wisdom, and it resonates with us, that we feel like we belong. And so here we are, really needing to have the courage and the confidence to stand alone and sing with our unique voice. Yet when we run into somebody who we harmonize with, it's such a beautiful thing. And that's where we're at. We're in a place now where one single voice isn't strong enough. And that doesn't mean that we shouldn't still be out there sharing our message on our own. But when we find people that we can collaborate with, when we find a community that supports our message, that shares our message, that allows us to feel like we belong, even in our weirdness and our uniqueness, that's really a powerful thing. When women come together in that way, there is so much magic and beauty and wisdom and love and connection. And that is where, I think that's where we're going to get the movement to shift and create a new way of being on our planet. And not to say that our male and masculine counterparts can't support us on that, because we need everyone at the table operating from their feminine, operating from their intuition, operating from their inner landscape out. So leading from the inside out, so to speak. The old ways are not working. And if this is the beautiful thing about the eclipse season for me, something as big and powerful and fiery as the sun, that is so brilliant and can burn our eyes. I mean, it's really dangerous. Do not look at the sun without the special eclipse glasses, please. Even looking through the hole on the cardboard is dangerous for your eyes, and it just takes a few seconds to create some damage. But looking at the reflection, if you're doing the hole in the cardboard type of viewing. But the power of that sun, which is a very strong masculine energy, is going to be totally covered by the shadow of the moon. And this is, it's in a few, I don't remember exactly when, thousands of years from now, the moon is going to be moving farther away from our planet, and it won't overlap in this way. This is the fact that we actually get a 100% totality. We are in the path of totality here in Missouri is once in a lifetime for us. It's like a one in every 400 year kind of occurrences. And yet it's happening on August 21st. But that's not even the only thing happening this month. We have so much going on in the skies, and I'm including a link in the wording below that show all of the things. I mean, the meteor showers and the different planets that are going to be visible to the naked eye during the nights in the next 30 days. Beautiful happenings and portentous. I believe that there's a lot of meaning. There's a lot going on with our country, with the world, there's opposing forces that are coming to battle in so many ways. And there's a lot of really crazy things happening that could be to distract us from what is really going on. And what is it going to take for all of this to be unearthed and for us to really see what's going on? Really see. Without the blinders, without the, I have to follow the party line, without the, that's not the way I've always been taught things to be, or women to be, or my religion states, or no, for each of us to find our truth. What feels right? What do we want to stand up for? I think all of that is going to come out and be uncomfortable for those of us who are fighting the change that's happening right now. And that's part of the chaos. When things break down and shift and change and grow, there's always a breakdown. We're kind of in the cocoon where the caterpillar is completely falling away, and a new creature is being formed. That's what I see is going on right now, all around the world. and the fighting of what I know to be true and what I believe to be true and what you believe to be true, that's going to fall away as soon as everybody gets really clear on what's right for them and stops listening to everybody else. I think that, I guess I'm going to predict that this is going to be a big portal. It's an opportunity for us to step through a threshold into a new way of being, a new type of government maybe being formed, a new party line being formed. I mean, France, the new leader there, just ran on a brand new party. Maybe we need that here, because neither one of the parties are fitting what a lot of us feels to be true for ourselves. So I just want to be open. And the other thing is, how can we, during all of this chaotic craziness, stay true and tall and shining brightly in our own space, in our own light, with love, with a true yearning to want to connect at a higher level, walking a higher road, sharing our words from a space of, if we look at the big picture, all of this stuff is going to fall away. All of these crazy headlines are just distractions from the bigger thing that's going on. And how can we keep really clearly in our forefront of our minds that potential, that possibility that we know is where we want to go, where our hearts and our minds and our spirits and our bodies are asking to go, where our ancestors and our children and the next generations want us to go. We have to look at the long picture. And this collapsing of dualities, the light and the dark, to me, it's such a beautiful example of the union of all that is, and how even something that's as powerful that we think is so, it's, like the patriarchy, it's never going to change. Yeah, it is. It's changing now. There's a lot going on, but if we only focus on what is going on in this very moment, we are so losing the picture of where we're going. We're only looking at a snapshot. And just like all of those millions of photos you have on your phone and your computer and stuffed away in boxes in the attic, those photos are a snapshot in time. They are not true today. There's a part of that truth that carries forward, but it doesn't rule who we are and the decisions that we make going forward. We are constantly in a change. Our cells are changing over. Our awareness is growing. Our hearts are expanding. There's so much going on with us at a spiritual and scientific level all the time. And when we only focus on one little tiny corner of it, we are doing ourselves an injustice. We're definitely hurting our opportunity to think bigger and think beyond this snapshot of what we see and what we call reality. Wow, that's not the way I thought we were going to go today. I thought it was going to be more around the beauty of the science, which I love at this time. I feel like the science and the spiritual communities are coming together. That's another right and left brain, masculine, feminine energy, collapsing of dualities. When there's such a beautiful agreement that this is a really important and exciting time. And as we move forward with the shine principle, we were planning out the next few months. There's going to be the Shine Challenge is going to be coming out in a few weeks on Facebook, and you're welcome to join in. Just search for Shine Challenge, and join the group. It's free, no big deal. I'm just going to be putting something out every day, a meditation or a practice or a tip or a question to allow you to expand your practicing in a safe place with us of what it's like to expand your light, to shine it beyond maybe just when you're in meditation, to shine in a way that allows others to notice you and say, what's up with you? It's funny, I have one of my clients was on a business trip and getting ready to go and meet with her CEO. And she was checking out of the hotel the morning of her meeting and all ready to go. I don't know what her morning practice was that she did, but I know she has some. And the woman that checked her out at the hotel said, wow, you look like you're ready to take on the world. And it was such I'm going to call it a blessing, but it was a validation for her that she's got this. She's showing up in the way she's been wanting to, and her inner landscape and her exterior physical appearance are in alignment. And when those things happen, that is what creates that authenticity, and your inner leader, your inner powerful self can just be. And there's a freedom in that. A dropping of the masks, a dropping of all of the walls that we've created around us that I don't want you to see this and I want you to see more of that. And to breathe in and breathe out who we are at any given moment, to soften into the beauty and brilliance that we are. Let's actually ground into that for a minute. If you're in a space where you can close your eyes and sit or stand comfortably with your feet on the floor, let's really breathe into this. Let's breathe in all of your attention, all of your power, centering it and bringing back all of the places where you have scattered your attention and your energy, and just call it back, almost like a bird feeder that's just standing there waiting for the birds to come. So call back all of those little scattered parts of us, places where you may have left a part of your heart with someone as they left this morning or yesterday or recently. Anything that's in the past is in the past. Anything that's on your calendar that's going to happen after listening, that's in the future. Let's focus on this moment, pulling back all of you. Breathing in and welcoming in all of those bits and pieces of you, your soul, your heart, your mind. Breathing them in and exhaling out any of the busyness, any of the nervous janglings of our frenetic energy. Let that go. Allow the beauty of the electromagnetic energy of Mother Earth to feed you through the soles of your feet. What we want to do is create a column, if you will, of your light and energy, where you're connected and plugged in and grounded so that it's not crazy and wild and bouncing off the walls. It's targeted, it's focused. So you're plugged in to Mother Earth and just breathing in her energy and letting it go where it needs to go to fill you up with that power. And then let's just note what's going on with your belly. Breathing into that space between your hips, wiggling your butt in the chair, or if you're standing, just shifting your energy back and forth between your hips, that power center that holds us and keeps us fully balanced, the right and left of us. And you can move backward and forward if you want, a little tilt and tuck of your pelvic region. So I kind of do like a figure 8. So I can feel the forward and back movement and the left and right movement. Small, beautiful space to just activate that energy. Keeping your focus down and low, allow your breath to move and send energy up through your heart. It crosses over right in the center between our womb space and our heart through our 3rd chakra. And this is the space where we hold a lot of our doubt and worry and fear and am I enough? I'm going to be working a lot with that at the next Shine workshop when we shine with our vision and our value and our voice. Because this part just needs to be, I put my hand there and just say, it's okay. It's like a very nervous little girl who's like, I don't know. Do I want them to see me? Is it okay for me to shine bright? Am I safe? Are they still going to like me? All that stuff going on. And breathing in our wise, beautiful wisdom, light, and knowledge into that space and calming her down. And then up through the heart, allowing our heart to expand, our shoulders down on our back, and letting our heart grow bright and sending light out in front and sending light out in back, saying, here I am. This is me. Allowing that light to fill the space around us. If we want, we can send our heart energy off to someone who needs us, to, maybe just to send some love somewhere. But filling ourselves up first with our own love, our own healing, our own prayers, and then sending it. When we are full, let that overflow flow out to whoever we might want to send it to. Sometimes I just let it fill my home and then spill out into the street, and then beyond that to the community, and beyond that to the world. And then going up through the throat, allowing our neck to be long, and that space between our shoulders and our ears to be truly open. And up through the top of our head, where I actually love this new energy that I'm tapping into from the stars and the planets and the heavens and all that's being created and continues to grow and expand. That's what I want to tap into. That what has never been is what I want to play with. That untapped, unformed energy. How can I pull that into my purpose, my passions, my pleasure, so that I can focus that energy and do more fun things, shine more brightly, share who I am with the world on a bigger scale. So I call that to me now. And allow it to settle as it comes down through the top of your head and cleanse through the 3rd eye, where we start to see things that are in between what our eyes normally see. See more deeply, see more softly. Where it cleanses our ears and allows our ability to hear others and our own inner voice on a beautiful, magical, and intuitive way. Opening up that so that we can really hear. And allowing it to go down through our throat, expanding our area of value and our voice and expression in the world. And then it mixes with the light in our heart. It mixes with the light in our self-center, our solar plexus. It mixes with the light in our womb space and our power and creation center. And it goes back down through us and anchors back into Mother Earth. So now we are plugged in to our divine creative energy. We are plugged in to the power source of all that we are physically. And this is where we can do the most. This is being all of us. This is not just being physical. This is not just being emotional. This is not just being intellectual or spiritual. We are now fully tapped in to call in whatever energy, inspiration, and guidance that we might ask for at this time. What do we want to set as an intention to open to on a bigger level this month? I do know enough about the Leo energy to know it's big energy. It's fire energy. It's expansive energy. It's not hiding at all. And how can we authentically tap into all of that beautiful, wild, fire, expansive energy and show up authentically, not from the ego, but show up all connected in this way? And love and trust and know that in the potential world, in the possibilities world, we are on track. We are doing the best we know how. And this month, when we look at it in December or next year or 5 years from now or 10 years from now, we may look back at this and go, wow, that was a big change. And we made it through. And we're on the other side. And there's more change and growth for us. There's always going to be. I think that's what life is now. We are no longer able to sit around in our comfort zones. Nope. We're constantly growing and changing. But this month is allowing us to see that it can be done with the most beauty and love and connection. And I really strongly believe that if you hang out with the people that you love the most on this eclipse season time, whether it's August 21st or any of the other dates for the gathering with people to go out and watch the meteor shower, which is going to be best viewed early in the morning, I heard, because of the full moon. That'll kind of detract from being able to see the shooting stars. But early in the morning would be best to watch that. And we used to take the kids out to do that. And I love having those memories. And so maybe one of my daughters that's local, maybe we can go out and sit in the countryside and find a place where we can get up at 3 or 4 in the morning and watch them. This is a time to connect and leave behind that I don't fit in anymore. Leave behind that I can't show people my weirdness. Leave behind that if I shine too brightly, people won't like me, or I won't be able to do my business, or I won't fit in at work, or whatever. All that stuff has to fall away, and we need everyone to shine as brightly as they can from this beautiful, tapped in, turned on space. So I went a little all over the place, but I wanted to really comment on the, I don't even have the right word for it, the exquisite and creative possibilities that we are sitting in front row seats. And it's time for us to climb up on stage and do our part. So if you're looking for any more information on the Shine project or the Shine principle, I would love to talk with you one-on-one or connect with me on Facebook or email. And we have a webinar coming up next week that is going to be for a small group of women so that we have a lot of one-on-one time. And each person will get a chance to really dive into what makes them uniquely brilliant and get a practice to share in this small and safe circle what that looks like. And then on August 25th, there will be the full day retreat workshop where we're really going to dive into voice and value and vision And I've got some beautiful exercises that I cannot wait to share with this group. And then in September, I've been asked to be a part of this letitripple.org, and we're going to do a day that is free to everyone to come in at the Chesterfield Mall Business Lodge and talk about character. And I can't wait to facilitate that. It'll be fun. There'll be information coming out on that soon. And then there's the retreat coming up in October. And it's on Friday the 13th. And it's just one night, overnight. And I cannot wait to get into the embodiment of shine and lots of beautiful practices and a fire circle and beautiful, healthy food catered in an amazing space on a lake in St. Genevieve. So if any of those things are calling to you, let's talk. Let's figure out a way to make it all happen, get you registered with a deposit, and then you've got time to pay it off beforehand, whatever it is that makes sense to you. And then there is going to be a bundle if you sign up for the retreat, or you sign up for my 6-month Leadership Academy, the retreat will be included. So there's things like that coming up. So let's talk and see what your plans are. What's next for you? That's the N of shine. And the E is all about the environment, making sure that you've got that community around you, the support system, the sacred space on your calendar, the sacred space in your bank account, the sacred space in your family and friends that allows you to do these deep dive immersions for yourself. Maybe that's the biggest, is to make sure that you know that you have permission to do this growth and expansion and that it'll be done in a safe space. So until our next time together, shine on. I so appreciate each and every one of you for listening. Take good care. Bye-bye.